This is Gemara in Gittin and Daf Tzadi, the final Daf of Gittin, B'siyata Dishmaya, an incredible schos. And we'd like to dedicate today's year as an incredible schos, Iloi Nishama, for Yehuda ben Daniel ben SIYUM. His yahrzeit was yesterday. I apologize that this was supposed to be yesterday's Daf. We unfortunately forgot to mention it. B'siyata Dishmaya, the learning of the entire Chabura should bring an incredible schos to Yehuda ben Daniel ben SIYUM, a Milat Yosher, for his entire family and for the entire Chabura. And B'siyata Dishmaya, B'siyata Dishmaya, as we celebrate Gittin, there's no greater schos, no greater kavod that one can give to his Father in heaven. A Daf Gemara, Masechta, so B'siyata Dishmaya, the learning of the entire Chabura should bring Yehuda ben Daniel ben SIYUM to a higher in place in Gan Eden Shel Baila. And with that, we pick it up on Pei Tes Amid Beis. We're on the first wide line. Says the Gemara, what happens if Loi Matzar Davar Al Burya? Says the Gemara, continuing the cases that we have rumors. We have rumors of a woman that was Mikudeshes, and then she accepted a Kedushin from another man in front of Edom. So what happens if we don't find that it's true, that which happened, the original marriage? Ma'u, what's the halacha? Amar Rav Huna, says Rav Huna, we got to fix up what's going on over here. So we do is, Megaresh Rishon, the first husband divorces her, V'noisei Sheni, and the second husband can marry her if he wants. Avol, Megaresh Sheni v'noisei Rishon Loi, his second husband cannot divorce her and the first husband marry her. My time, what's the reason? Because we're concerned. Asila Meimar Machsi Gurushasai Minayirisin. The one is taking back his divorced wife after marrying another man, which would be a crime. Continues the Gemara. That's the first opinion of Rav Huna. Whereas Rav Shina Breder Rav Idi Amar Av Megari Sheni V'noisei Rishon. Says Rav Shina Breder Rav Idi is not concerned. She's indeed allowed to divorce the second one and marry the first one. And we're not worried that the first husband is being Megarish, is being Machzer Gushasai after getting married. Why not? Because Meimer Amar, because people are going to assume, I need Rabbana B'Kedusha Itayis Have. And people are going to say that it must be that the whole thing was a mistake, and that's the reason why she was able to get to be Machzer Gushasai, as it's not really a Grusha. So that is the Machlokes between Rav Shina Breder Rav Idi and Rav Huna. Continues the Gemara, a similar case, 2 lines in the bottom. Yatala call mizeh umizeh. What happens if there's a call, if there's a rumor that she was married by one man and then married by another man, and neither Kedushin has actual Eidim? They're both cases of rumors, both cases of a call. We don't actually have a proper Eidos on either one. So Ma'u, what is the halach? Amar Rapapa on the last line of Peitasim and Beis says Rapapa, Avzu, this case as well, Megari Shrishain, V'noisei Sheni. This case as well, she can get divorced for the first one and she's allowed to marry the second husband, but not the opposite. Whereas it's similar to the original opinion of Rav Huna. Amema Amar, Mutaras L'Shneim, she's allowed to marry either one once she receives a get from the other. And says the Gemara, as we turn over to Sadia ibn Aleph, that's indeed the halacha. V'olchasa Mutaras L'Shneim. The halacha is, she is indeed allowed to marry either one, like Amemar taught us. And with that, we continue the final Mishnah, which discusses, we have a whole Masechta about Gerushin. Now we discuss what is considered verified, what is considered a normal, legitimate case that one could divorce his wife. Says the Mishnah, Beishami Aimrim Lo Yarish Adam Es Ishtai, Elim Kain, Matzabah Dvar Erva. Unless you find a Dvar Erva, unless you worry that the wife committed an illicit act. Shenemar and Beishamai bolsters it from the pasuk that says, Ki Matzabah Erva Staver. Beis Hillel Aimrim, no. She merely burnt the dish she could divorce her. She never because he found in her an erva davar. He learns from the word erva or davar. He puts an or in between. A davar, any matter, you're allowed to divorce her. Even if she did nothing wrong, you just find another person that's more attractive than her. You find the acheres, which is not. Himena. Says her Kiva, even that you're allowed to divorce her. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, she doesn't find favor in your eyes. That's enough reason to divorce her. So says the Gemara. Let's understand this initial machlekes in the Mishnah. This machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai taught us one can only divorce their wife if you're matzah dvar erva. Beis Hillel says even for merely burning the dish. So says the Gemara Tanya, we learned in a Brayso Sadi Amar Aleph, 10 lines down. Amru Beis Hillel Beis Shammai. Beis Hillel says Beis Shammai. You Beis Shammai said it's only if you find out dvar erva. V'alei kvar nemar davar. But asks Beis Hillel, but the pasuk says davar. Seemingly that for any reason you could divorce her. Beis Shammai responds, what do you mean? V'alei kvar nemar ervas. The pasuk says ervas. Beis Hillel responds, Im nemer ervas, v'loi nemer davar. How you see Amr Misham erva? If it just said ervas, I would agree with you, says Beis Hillel. And Misham davar loy teitze. Lekach nemer davar, says Beis Hillel. Therefore the pasuk says davar. V'ila nemer davar, he said davar nemer ervas. He see Amr Misham davar tinase lacher. Misham erva, loy tinase lacher. I would have thought that if there's a davar, if there's something that she did wrong, then she's allowed to get married to someone else. But if she was divorced because of zinos, misham erva, I would have thought lo tinas ilacher, then maybe she's not allowed to marry anyone else. Lekach nema ervas. Therefore, the pasuk says ervas to teach us that in all scenarios, whether the gerushin is because of ervas, that she's suspected of doing an illicit act, whether the gerushin is because of davar, for merely burning the dish, she's allowed to remarry afterwards. That is shitas Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai, how does he respond? Hi avar, my avdilei. What does Beis Shammai do with the word davar in the pasuk? Beis Shammai says you can only divorce for ervas. So what does he do with the word davar? Explains the Gemara, Nemar kan davar v'nem lahalon davar. It says here with regard to gerushin davar, and it says davar in dvarim, when it discusses the minimum amount of edim for din nefasha is din amamis. It says abishnayim edim abishlishim edim yakum davar. Malahalan, just like over there b'shnei edim, so about 2 witnesses. Avkan, so too over here Beis Shammai learns out the reason why the pasuk says davar is to teach us that you need avkan b'shnei edim, you need 2 edim. Beis Hillel, how does he respond? Miksiv erava bid davar. Says ervas davar is learn out both. Beis Shammai miksiv oy erva oy davar. Beis Hillel, he finally responds, Achi sev ervas davar. The mashma hachi, umachshma hachi, says ervas davar to be understood both. That's the machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel on what one could divorce their wife, if it's just ervas, if it's just davar, learning it out from the psukim. We continue with the 2 dots, smack in the middle of the Amid, with shitas Rabbi Akiva. Comes along Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Akiva, even if he just found another woman more attractive than his wife, he's allowed to divorce her. Says the Gemara, what is the machlekes in Rabbi Akiva and the rest of the Mishnah? But the Reish Lakish, they're arguing within the din of Reish Lakish. Damai Reish Lakish, says Reish Lakish, ki, a famous line of Reish Lakish. The word ki in a pasuk, Mishamesh ba'arba l'shoines. The words ki can mean 4 different words. If, dilma, perhaps, ella, but, deha, or because. The word ki can mean all of these things. And that's how we learn out ki matzaba misha na emana. So now the Gemara explains what the machlekes is. Beis Shammai savri vayim lo yisib zachem beinav, says the pasuk. If he doesn't find favor in her eyes, ki matzaba erva davar, ki, because there is an erva davar. Beis Shammai learns deha. The word ki is because. Could divorce her because he found matzaba erva davar. Rav Akiva Savar, he argues, what does the word ki mean? Ki matzaba erva davar, Inami matzav ervas davar. Says Rav Akiva, the word ki over here means inami, means or if it's found inami matzav ervas davar. So another reason. Says the Gemara, so that's the machlekes Rav Akiva versus the other Tanaim in the Mishnah arguing within Reish Lakish whether the word ki has 4 meanings or not. Amr le Rav Papa le Rava. So says Rav Papa le Rava, Loi matzah ba, loi darva, loi davar. Ma'u, what's the halacha? If he doesn't have any reason, neither erva nor davar, is he allowed to divorce his wife? Amr le. So Rava responds, the Torah says with regard to a case of an oines, one who forces a naira besula to have relationships with him. The pasuk says, he's not able to send her away all his days. Kol yamav, all his days. He always has to remarry her. So from here we learn out, only in such a scenario does the Torah say that you can't divorce her. You have to remarry her. In our case, my David, if he divorced his wife, he should not have. But that which he did, and we don't force him to remarry her. Amar le Ramishar Shel Rava, says Ramishar Shel Rava, Im liba le garsha. If a husband resolves in his heart to divorce his wife, Yesheves tachtav, but she doesn't know, she's with him and she serves him, what is the halacha? What is the halacha? Do we say that the husband is considered misleading her? Kari alei. So Rava responds from Misharshia. You could respond. We could say about such a person the following pasuk: Al techarayish al re'echa ra. Do not contemplate, do not think evil about your friend. V'yoshev levetach itach, while he dwells within you. We see that the Torah says the care that must be taken not to mislead someone. And we conclude 8 lines from the Y lines. Tanya says the Gemara, just like says Rameir, just like the different deos, different flavors, different opinions with regard to food and drink, kach deos benashim, so too when it comes to a woman, that there are different opinions what's considered inappropriate actions. A cup falls in his cup, he throws it out, he won't drink it. And this is the way of Midas Papas ben Yehuda, Shayanoyel, Bifnei Ishtoi, V'yatza, who locked the door before his wife, and he will leave. He wouldn't let her out for a moment. Papas ben Yehuda's wife was Miriam. He would lock her up in the house. He wouldn't want her talking to anyone. Of course, this is quite not the right way to act towards one's wife, explains Rashi, because it's going to cause her to eventually commit zinos. And there's another level. What does he do? He throws away the fly. And what does he do? He drinks the cup. This is normal. He allows his wife to talk. He allows her to talk with her brothers, Ukreivel, and her relatives, Umei, Nicha, and he lets her be. That's normal. And now we realize that the first level of Papas in Yehuda said he locked the door in front of her was quite extreme. It was even disallowing her to talk to her own family. 2 lines from the bottom continues the Gemara, 3rd level. If the fly falls into his food, Matzitzai, what does he do? He sucks the food, and eats the fly. Quite disgusting. He sees his wife go out with her hair uncovered, and she's spinning thread in the marketplace. She's exposing herself, and what does he do? And she has a slit down her clothing, her body is revealed, and she's bathing with men, and he doesn't do anything. So this is like a person with a fly in the soup. What does he do? He just drinks the soup and he sucks off the fly. his wife is acting completely inappropriately, doesn't say anything. Says the Gemara, 1 second. Tell me she actually bathed with men? No, it's not what it means. She bathed in a place where there are men there, allowing them to see him. Says the Gemara 3 lines down, SIYUM and Beis, Zu mitzvah min atayr legarsha. At this level, you have a din da'araisa to divorce such a woman. Shenemar, the pasuk says, Ki matzah ba ervas davar. What do you have to do? V'shulcha mi beisai. You have to send her from the house. Concludes the brisa of al chavais lishacher. She goes and she marries another man. Hakasav kara yacher. The pasuk calls this other man an acher. Leimer, this teaches us she'ein zu ben zugay l'rishon, that this second husband is not equal to the first. Zuaisi risha mebeisai. The first man got rid of this woman who was acting inappropriately. V'zen, the second husband, ichlis risha l'tech beisai. He's marrying a woman who's a rasha. Zacha sheini shalchav. The second husband is zaycha. He's going to have the schos to do what? To send her away, to realize her inappropriate actions. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, Usnei isha acharoin, and the last man will hate her and send her from his house. V'im lav, if he doesn't end up divorcing her, kavrasai, she's going to bury him. Shenemar oiki yamos oish, as the end of the pasuk says, or if the last man ha'acharoin, the last man will die. Kedai hu b'imisa. It's appropriate that the second husband, this husband that marries a woman who's completely inappropriate, who's a rasha, it's kedai for a misa. Why? This one got the rishos out of his house when he realized his wife was acting this way, and this one brought it in. We conclude, quoting the pasuk, Kisane shalach, says the pasuk, the Sanei, the hated one, is sent away. Rav Yehuda Omer, says Rav Yehuda, Im Senisa Shalach. If you hate her, send her away. Rav Yochanan Amar, Sanoi Hamish Alech. Hate is the one despised by Hashem, the one that sends his way his wife. Meaning, if there's no reason, says the Gemara of Eloi Pligi, Ha bezog Risha and Ha bezog Sheni. Rav Yochanan is talking about the first pasuk, whereas Rav Yehuda who says that if you hate her, you send her away, that's talking about a second marriage. The Amar Rav Elazar, says Rav Elazar, anyone who divorces his first wife, Rishayna, afilu mizbeach, myrid alav demais. The mizbeach itself is crying. Shenamar v'zois shenis tasa kisus demais, kasois dima es mizbach Hashem. Says the pasuk, he calls the mizbeach to cover it with tears. Bechi v'anaka, weeping and wailing. Me'ein oid penois ala mincha. Hashem no longer turns to the mincha, to the offering, v'lakachas or tzon v'yelchem, or receives the goodwill from your hands. V'amartem, and you wonder what's going on. Alma, why is Hashem not accepting our karbanos? Al ki Hashem heid beincha bein ishes nurecha, because Hashem has testified to you and the wife of your youth, Asher ata bagadata ba, that you've betrayed her. V'chavertecha v'ishet v'yisecha, she's your companion and the wife of your bris, and that's the reason why for all these terrible calamities. Hadron halach hamegarish uslik Allah v'seches Gittin v'siyata d'shmaya. We should definitely do an incredible chazara of this mesechta, but as well be mechazik ourselves as we forge head forth into Meseches Kedushin b'siyata d'shmaya.